questions. So this is specific to 2024 Halloween season. So what's one thing that you would keep, put in a time capsule, preserve for future generations?
Have you seen people putting them in like their Jeeps and stuff and just driving around town with them in?
It's kind of cool.
I love that.
So I really like the idea, and I hope it never goes away, of decorating your all month of October. So start.
Only stupid questions. Guys,
Yeah, buddy.
Can we leave the misogyny in 2024, please?
Yes.
See, you got another couple months. Get it out of your system.
I'm not convinced I can get it out.
You got this.
You got it, man.
We know who does the dishes. It's probably you, really.
Yeah.
No.
No?
I was trying to give you a break there, Chief, but
Yeah.
I love making my
out.
kids do the dishes. I think it's
That's good.
a rite of passage of every father to nag their kids to do the dishes.
There you go. This new generation.
agreed.
Oh, man. They got to do it. So speaking of leaving things in 2024, I've noticed some trends. 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 Nowadays that both excite and impress me and bother me at the same time, specifically for Halloween. Can I pick your mind a little bit with some stupid questions? You guys ready for
Let's
this?
hear it.
All right.
Yep.
So this is what we call, and we will call moving forward, a time capsule episode, in which I will make you, the panel that is the Only Stupid Questions podcast, choose something to put in a time capsule and keep and preserve forever and ever for future generations. But I also, balancing all things, want you to pick something that will disappear or be wiped from the face of the earth forever. Do you accept this challenge?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Nice. So this is specific to 2024 Halloween season. So we're right in the middle of October. Halloween hasn't happened yet, but we're ramping up. We see the trends. We see what makes people excited. So let's support and be a little bit negative about what we're seeing in today's world. And then we can look back on this episode years from now and reminisce. And maybe
Sounds great.
Laugh at ourselves. Yeah. Okay. So, who's ready to go first? Any volunteers, class?
I'll go.
I can go first. Okay, Bobby. So, what's one thing that you would keep, put in a time capsule, preserve for future generations? Well,
I just got to say, I have really enjoyed going into Lowe's and Home Depot recently and just seeing how big the Halloween decorations have gotten. Like big scarecrows, big witches, big everything. But the biggest of all is the skeletons. Have you seen those recently?
Yeah. There's some like 12 footers or something. They're freaking
If not
tall.
bigger.
If not bigger, yeah.
When I was a kid, skeletons were basically the size of an actual human, if not a little bit smaller. Whatever.
They still are
right?
at my house.
You walk into Home Depot now, and these skeletons almost go to the ceiling in there. And I have a couple of questions because I haven't bought one of these, but several of my neighbors have.
Yeah, there's
How
one.
do they
That's a
get
great
it
example.
home? Like one,
is
like
unreal.
the femur is taller than I am on those.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then, second of all, as fun as that is to have out in your yard, where are you going to store it year round?
Yeah. And the other thing, too, isn't there like I don't know, seems like there's a risk of that thing falling on some kid and then you getting sued for $1 billion.
I don't know. But, so on my leave it or take it, I'm kind of going to cheat and go both ways for the same thing. Because here's what I think is absolutely awesome about these. Have you seen people putting them in like their Jeeps and stuff and just driving around town with them in?
It's kind of cool.
I love that.
Like the legs are hanging out the sides and stuff.
Well, and the heads stick them way up, and the
Yeah.
things are sticking out. Like, I'm surprised these people aren't getting pulled over for a potential safety thing. But I absolutely love watching it because it's just super entertaining. And where I
It's
live
pretty
is
fun.
warm enough, you can have your top off of your Jeep still now, whereas you might not be able to do that in some of the colder climates. So that I will totally take. What I think we should leave is let's stop making all the decorations so freaking big, because like my kids are like, Dad, why can't we get those? And I'm just thinking, where are we going to put it the rest of
Where
the
are you
year?
going to put them? Yeah.
So
That's
there you go.
oh man. So
I like it.
both keep and kill
Yeah, it's like the
In one
bipolar
product.
answer, right?
oversized decorations. Wow. Okay.
Keep the
I
big
like it.
skeletons for other people to entertain me, but get rid of the ability for me to own said products because I don't want to store them.
I like
Where
it.
do you store it, man? Where do you store these things? I'm with you.
Unless you've got like a garage dedicated for it or something,
Some people are just way
some
into
people
it.
do.
Man.
Yeah.
This reminds me of something I did in my last house when I was remodeling or building out my office when we did the basement. These poor people, whenever they go to tear out my little corner desk, there is a small doll, kind of a creepy doll, in the cabinets, like in the corner cabinet, like down in the back. So if ever they
Well,
go like tear
you're
that
getting
out,
into mine. So can we talk
well,
about
that ain't
mine?
Halloween. I'm just gonna say, like, they're gonna be creepified with where I stored one of my Halloween decorations.
Wow. You entombed it?
Yeah, there's no way to get it out unless you remove the
Unless they
cabinet.
tear it open. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Matt. What you got? What are you gonna
Well,
keep for all of time?
what's a keeper? So I really like the idea, and I hope it never goes away, of decorating your porch all month of October. So starting like October 1st, there's a lot of people around here that really get into the holiday and like put out their pumpkins and put out the hay bales and put some skeletons out there and witch hats and all that stuff. I love that. I say, let's keep that tradition moving forward forever and ever and ever. Please keep decorating your porch with everything. So that's my keep. Okay, my leave behind and never want to see it again are these. And I know I'm going to get some hate for this because everybody has them, but these blow up, these air filled decorations drive me nuts. And it's not just for Halloween, it's Christmas, it's everything else too, that they have the blow ups all over the yard with the air going through them constantly and all that stuff. Those bug. That's just a cop out decoration to me. So sorry if
I
anybody out there is
100%
doing
agree.
that.
Although I have a couple of these,
Yeah.
but the
Well,
last
like I
few
said,
years I
everybody's got
haven't
them.
even gotten them out because
You've
they
offended
annoy
Bobby.
me.
Okay.
My neighbors have some, and my daughter's like, "Can we get those out?" And I'm like, I just don't want to have to deal with plugging them in every night and then unplugging them and
Right.
the noise of the fans.
The
Yep.
noise. Okay.
And they're not like real decorations. They're just kind of like fake to me. They're like fake. I just faked my way out of decorating for Halloween,
So you
kind of
keep your
thing.
cop outs. Okay.
Yeah. Not a big
These
fan of
things.
those, so those could stay behind
But I will
and be
say
forgotten.
they're economical for
so
your
many.
storage because they pack up nice and small.
They do pack up.
Yeah. Yes, but I'm sticking with it. That's my key. The leave behind thing, and then Robert mentioned it too. The thing that creeps me out about Halloween are dolls. So dolls can be forever just discarded in my mind.
Oh.
So I gave you a couple. Sorry.
Like any
Well, there
any
is one
specific type of
inflatable
dolls or
that
No,
I
just
saw
any.
online.
Sorry, go ahead,
You don't like
Bobby.
Chucky dolls?
No, I don't like any. No dolls. They're all creepy. Just saying. But you were saying?
Hold on, I'm gonna Google this because I kind of want to show it to y'all.
Yeah. hit
Keep
it.
talking. I'm going to try and find this thing because I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
No, let's just pause for a sec. We're good.
Did you guys ever hear that there's this island that has just dolls everywhere somewhere?
Yeah. What is
You ever
that?
heard of that?
What is
Easter
that?
No,
Island? I don't know.
no, it's not Easter Island, but it's something
Those
like
are some
this.
big dolls.
No, like they're hanging off trees and everything. I think it's somewhere in Mexico.
It is. So it's an island. I'm going to throw this up. You good, Bobby? If I
Yeah,
show the people what we're
Yeah,
doing here.
you do it because I'm trying to find this thing because you'll love it.
Dude, what is this?
right. See what I mean about the dolls?
Island?
I mean, who wants to
What
deal
the
with
heck?
that? Not me.
Island of the Dead Dolls?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Do people live there?
No, I don't think so.
Island
I
of
mean,
the
maybe.
Dolls. Look
Da
at
da
this.
da.
This is crazy. The Island of the Dolls has a murky and terrifying history.
Yeah.
Wow. And you said, yeah, you're right. It's in Mexico. The Island of the Dolls.
Where in Mexico is that? I
It's a
remember kind of
borough.
reading about this one time.
So it's a borough of Mexico City. So it's in a
Oh, okay.
large population area.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow. Oh, wow.
No, that is
Nightmare.
just creepy.
Nightmare, if you
That
will.
ain't right.
Yeah.
Right.
What in the world?
Now, is this a tourist attraction or a tourist preventer?
I I kind of think it's supposed to be a tourist attraction,
Yeah. So the creator
but
actually died in a canal
oh geez, probably at the hands of some dolls.
to appease the spirit of a deceased girl. So there was a girl who drowned in a canal, and he kept seeing her over and over. To appease her, he created this doll island. He was later found in 2001 in that same canal, dead, drowned.
Jeez.
And so, wow, this has a lot of lore around it.
Yeah.
Woo! I'm not
Right?
afraid of dolls. I don't hate dolls, but I would hate that. That is my
Yeah,
little
that would be a
girls.
nightmare.
My little girls are terrified of the American Girl dolls.
They're spooky. They're kind of creepy.
My wife broke hers out. She had an old Samantha from back in the 90s, 80s, kind of a collectible, fairly valuable American Girl doll, thinking, oh man, I'm going to be able to share this with my daughters, and nightmare fuel. Like it totally
Yeah.
terrified them.
Well, they
So-
look like they could come alive at any moment and
Right.
just slice your throat while you're sleeping. You know, I'm just saying.
Golly, thanks for that. Yeah, let's make that disappear. I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah. So there's mine.
We stumbled upon a spooky story there in Mexico City. That's a good one.
All right. I found what I was looking for. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. I'm going to show you this because I came across it on TikTok, something. I was just like
You would.
scrolling, right?
Bobby scrolls TikTok. We knew this. All right.
Well, who do you guys don't? I mean,
don't have
because
TikTok.
even if you don't open TikTok, people are putting the same videos on Instagram, Facebook.
I'm scrolling
Like, you
reels.
can't
I'll
get
admit
away.
that. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah,
You got me.
Yeah, so you're scrolling some. All right, so this is called Trick Ghastly. They sell these things, and I almost bought it, and I'll tell you why I didn't in a minute. But check this out.
Huh.
Oh, hold on.
I love the commercial. Here we go.
Wow. Just incredible. I mean, huge shout out to all of you for cheering me on and helping me show the world that a pumpkin can make it big. So exciting. But I want to take a moment and clear the air. Not because I'm rotting on the inside, a little too much fertilizer the day before, and watch out, step lightly, but because some of you have been asking how to buy me. Well, to be blunt, you can't. I grew up on a pumpkin patch. I've said it so many times. Nobody wants to believe me. They're like, where did you get that? I came from the pumpkin patch. I grew up on a farm. Let it go.
All right.
Okay, Yeah, explain to the people who are just listening what in the heck we just saw.
This is a huge inflatable pumpkin,
Okay.
and it talks, and the face moves and stuff. So it's got like this projector, and
Yeah.
so it's timed to audio the projector.
What?
And you need to go to YouTube and like look for videos of this thing because there's some really good ones, but some of them are like copyright protected type stuff. So the one I came across first was picking out clips from Schitt's Creek,
Okay.
and
Okay.
the pumpkins were like talking to each other, like the different characters and stuff.
Ew, David.
And
Ew.
yes, exactly. And I was like, this is so much fun. I'm like, I have to get this. And so I got looking into it, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of expensive. And I totally would have gone for it until I realized all the fun videos I was seeing with those clips, like there's no copyright available for you to get it, right? And so you can, if you know how to do programming and stuff, can do all that yourself and program the projector and stuff. And like, I'm never going to get around to actually learning how to do that. So you would have to use their out of the box one. So that's why I didn't buy it. But someone who wants to invest the time to figure out how to do that, like you can come up with the funniest things. And so I thought having a Schitt's Creek themed inflatables would have been the best thing ever. But did you see that face moving and stuff? Like,
That's
it's kind
crazy.
of cool. And this was
Yeah,
just
for
the one
those-
of their pumpkin trying to get you to buy him.
For those just listening, once again, that's Trick Ghastly. Quick search on YouTube. It looks like it's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Now they've
pretty
got
cool.
a website, trickghastly.com, I think it is.
Okay.
So like if you
We were in the middle of our tournament where
if you want to
Easy.
buy it, so they've got a pumpkin, they've got like this mummy thing.
Yeah.
So they're kind of cool. So if I was getting an inflatable, like that's the way to do it.
For sure.
Because you could probably record your own audio, and
Yeah.
I'd put my neighbors' names in there. Yeah, that'd be funny. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and the other reason I didn't do it, it doesn't come with a projector. You've got to supply
That's
your own
right.
projector, which I have one, but I was like, someone is going to totally abscond with that projector sitting out on my lawn.
Yeah, nice one. That'll disappear.
They will abscond with it. Yeah.
So what they're
Yeah.
selling you is this huge inflatable, but it doesn't come with the projector. It doesn't come with the music and stuff. So it's like awesome idea. Like watch the YouTube videos on it. But that's what you should be doing if you're going to do an inflatable.
Yeah, go the extra mile. Program a little fun into it. Okay. Wow. Thanks for pulling that up. That was a nice change of pace from those dolls.
Yeah, the dolls were a little scary.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Matt.
Sorry.
Doll Island. Holy cow, I'm down with that. That's cool. Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Okie dokie. So let's see. I will start, of course, like I made you, with the one that I'd want to keep forever and ever. Okay. Well, this might seem like a cop-out. So think like 10, 15, 20 years down the road, gentlemen. What's something that you think might be abolished or banned or disappear altogether that future generations might miss out on? I think it's just normal trick-or-treating. House to house trick-or-treating.
You might be
think?
right.
I think that started going away many years ago because like trunk or treats
Yeah.
are big in a lot of areas.
That's true.
I will say, so when we were in Salt Lake, there was trick or treating, but for the most part, it was like, hey, go to the church and do a trunk or treat, and that's where you got the bulk of your candy.
Right.
When we went to
Yeah.
Grantsville, our neighborhood was the most awesome neighborhood for trick or treating because we closed off the entrances to the neighborhood and we invited the entire county right to our little neighborhood. So we get like 400 to 500 trick or treaters coming through there, and that was a blast.
Wow, that's
And,
crazy.
like, every house for the most part participated. Some of them did like little haunted garages or yards. we used to put a movie on our projector in the driveway.
That's cool.
So that was a blast. Now, my current neighborhood is very adult friendly, and everybody has their neighborhood bars. And you have trick or treating for the kids, and you have trick or treating for the adults. They have Jello shots, and it's fun in its own way, but most houses don't participate. And so it's like a 1 every 5 houses is even giving out candy.
Oh, I
But
thought
the
you were going
ones
to say
who
Jello
are
shots.
Jello
doing
shots.
super fun.
What's a Jello shot, Daddy?
It's a
Well.
cup of Jello
Yeah,
for
essentially.
adults.
Oh boy. Yeah, we won't
Yeah,
go
you
into
know,
who used to
one
sell us
thing
Jello, but-
I've really liked in our neighborhood ever since we moved up here is that there's one neighbor. You know how you guys have seen Christmas with the Cranks, right? And the whole neighborhood gets out their decorations all in the same night. They do that for
Give
Christmas.
us Frosty.
Well, we have a
Yep.
neighborhood that does that for Halloween here. That's like a street or two above me, and everybody goes crazy for it, you know.
Wow.
And at the bottom of that street, there's a tradition. This guy that he's a retired dentist, but he gives away these big candied apples, and you can just go in and get and pick one off of his shelves, you know, whatever one you want. And it's kind of a tradition. It's been a tradition since, well, I can remember. But I'm hoping they keep stuff like that, even if they get rid of trick or treating. Just those 1 or 2 streets that are just freaking amazing and awesome.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we've got
I
a
don't
few
know.
neighbors who grill like a hot dog for the adults and
Yeah,
hot cocoa
that's
for
awesome.
the kids. You know, just thinking outside the box, keeping you warm while you're going around.
Yeah,
Now,
it's great.
that's amazing. Cool traditions. Keep it going because I'm afraid 10, 15 years from now, they might just ban, and we might be in the middle of 5 or 6 more pandemics, knock on wood. You don't know
Ugh,
what they
hope
might
not.
take away. You guys
Yeah,
used
I
to go and
absolutely love
knock on
Halloween.
you guys used to go knock on people's doors for candy like that. Maybe that'll be something crazy that people look back on. Now,
You know,
one
a
thing,
lot
maybe.
of countries probably think we're really weird for our
oh,
Halloween
maybe,
tradition
maybe,
because it's really a holiday for the most part about nothing. Like you can trace it back to like Oh Hallows Eve and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but it's not your traditional holiday. And I just think it's fun. I love it.
yeah.
Me too. My
So
favorite.
speaking of fun, and we've already mentioned your old town of Grantsville, there, Bobby. One thing I'm going to cheat and do too. So here's another thing I want to capture this moment for all of time and for future generations to look back and remember when Grantsville went skeleton crazy. Now
They got lots of skeletons.
this was nuts. I mean this went national news last year. So 2023, a certain house. Let me just show the people here. And is this a little adult? Yeah. So this depicts a skeleton at a certain gentleman's club.
All I'm seeing is a mountain. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So they set up this skeleton scene with a certain aerobic skeleton doing aerobic tricks and a skeleton enjoying it. And they were told by the city to take this down. It went
Oh,
viral.
brother.
It went crazy. It even made Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update last year
Nice.
during the Nate Bargatze SNL of 2023. The Weekend Update showed this. So it went, yeah, national news. It went wild because the entire town was upset that the city made them take this down. I wouldn't say the entire town, but many came to their defense. So much so that they went nuts this year. And so 2024 is the year of the Grantsville skeleton. Let me show you what all of the businesses up and down Main Street have done. So it's cool now for every single business to set up some kind of a display with these skeletons. And I think it's awesome, and I think it should be preserved. Now, this was just a real estate agent who threw up a little cowboy display. Thought that was kind of cool. But here's
Nice.
Main Street. So every one of these small businesses, this is small town USA,
I love
and
it.
they all got into it. So you've got the insurance people, you've got the salon.
Ah, the salon.
This one was great.
Just making me
That's pretty
homesick.
cool.
Yeah, this is all just right up and down Main Street, Grantsville. Here is the local pharmacy.
Now that one's great.
Nice.
That's
That
cool.
one's
Brewing
creative.
a
Yeah,
little
that's
something,
awesome.
something. Yeah. Subway. They represented the local Cowboys, the Grantsville Cowboys football team. So they made us a little football scene. There's a little
Nice.
burglar in the middle. So this is right next to the bank, but this is you can't see the construction City Works building off to the left here, and so they created their own aerobics dancer here.
I love that that's like the government building one. And they did essentially the same scene.
Now they
That's
call this
amazing.
they pass this off as a lineman, so somebody who
Uh-huh.
actually climbs up poles and services.
That
your,
looks like a lineman, definitely.
Sure.
sure,
Uh-huh.
a lineman with a little coffee in his hand.
Uh,
Oh, here's outside the bank. We've got a robber. So this is a skeleton dressed up in your classic robber apparel with a
That's
money
awesome.
bag in their hands. We have a local soda shop called Guzzle, and so they've got a skeleton sitting down enjoying a big 44-ounce gut busting Guzzle drink. That's a good one.
Nice.
And then various neighbors took it to the next level and brought back what was banned last year. Again, more dancing.
As they should. Don't let the government tell you what to do.
And then the local fire department set up a scene at the gazebo. They're saving a cat from on top of the roof, a skeleton cat. And then the fire department has their hoses and their outfits. It's a great scene. And it goes on and on and on. Paramedics outside of the ambulance station, they've got their stretcher
Nice.
ready. It just keeps going. They've positioned them next to the ambulance in this one. A local aerobics and swim team house set this up in honor of the Olympics. So that's a little swim scene there. Kind of cool.
Yeah, I like it.
This one.
All right, I'm
lighting
moving
up
Way to
back.
go.
Knoxville.
Those is my people.
This one was the most recent addition to the main street. This is Tooele Valley Meats, and they set up a butcher scene
Oh,
out
nice.
front.
That is great.
This one, when this hit Facebook, it got about 99% favorable thumbs up, with the occasional perhaps PETA or vegan didn't appreciate it. So
Hey,
every 10th or
there's
11th
no meat
comment
on them. They're
was
skeletons.
kind of negative here. It's a little gruesome though. It's a scene depicting the butchering of animals with these
I don't
skeletons.
think they got enough blood.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great. Oh man. That's from last week's episode, everybody. Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, I'm coming back.
You should, man.
Come on
I
back. We
loved
miss you.
living in Grantsville. It was so
Bring it
much fun,
back.
and I'm glad to see people participating in that. Like, that's all of Main Street. Like, all
That
those you
is.
just showed. That was cool.
So much so it's bringing people like me. I live about 10 miles from there, and we're planning to make the drive there with our kids. We'll probably grab something from a local business there. So it's bringing some tourism to the town. I think
Nice.
it's great.
Now,
It's already been
one
on the
thing I
news.
noticed,
Yeah.
none of those were giant skeletons. Has that rage not hit Grantsville yet?
Grantsville's about 10 years behind every other community.
Oh, wow.
Because there are skeletons in my neighborhood taller than the houses.
Oh,
Give
I
it 10
hate
years
those.
and it'll be overrun by big giant skeletons. You watch.
Yeah, I was
You're
surprised. And maybe one of the businesses have set up something large or huge, and I just haven't seen the images yet. So I'll give you a follow up. I'll let you know next week if I see any new ones.
Go
They're
drive
coming up
through my
almost
old neighborhood, see what they're
Yeah.
doing.
almost daily. A new business is creating a new scene in that town. They're all jumping on the bandwagon. I think it's great. We need to preserve that and remember 2024, the year of the Grantsville skeleton. I really
So
wanted that
I
in the
wonder
time
which
capsule.
Karen got all pissy on the scene last year and how they're feeling about this, because
This is
it's
a
totally
big,
like, hey, we'll
yeah.
show you.
It's probably
This is a
somebody in your neighborhood, your old neighborhood, some Karen.
No, my old neighborhood was super cool. Like
Were
they
they?
were definitely on the riskier side of things for the most part.
Nice.
wow.
Well, just tell us the gate key and we'll go through your old neighborhood. And...
It,
Yeah,
well,
I'm just kidding.
actually, they
got it.
voted to shut the gates all day long, but for Halloween, they will open it up for everyone.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
That's when we're good enough to go through Robert's old
When you're
neighborhood.
welcome in my
yeah,
old
yeah,
neighborhood.
the peasants can infiltrate the neighborhood.
When I lived there, the gates were open all day long, but they held a vote shortly before we moved, and the gates are closed. It was like a 51-49 split, like, along with politics, gates open, gates closed.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a certain thing happening in November this year, 2024.
That's right.
Crazy. Now my hey, let's make this disappear in 2024. You've already hit it. It's the large skeletons. I'm kind of done. I don't know. And then
Have
my
you
wife.
seen them driving around in Jeeps? Because that is a pleasure.
Okay. I'm all for that. That's funny.
It's
But the
pretty funny.
The blow ups and the large skeletons, I think, are just. You've had your fun. But I'm complaining here without a solution. What's the solution? Do we go back to traditional decorations, or do we not innovate? And so I understand I might sound like a hater when I say get rid of it, but
All right, here we
Yeah.
go. I got to show
at
you
these.
some skeletons. Look at
yeah,
this.
blow those up so we can see it. So Bob's pulling up
Let's
a Jeep or a bunch of Jeeps
Pretty
with very
don't know
large
how to make
skeletons
it. Oh, yeah,
sticking
here we go.
out.
So
clever.
there's a big Jeep with a skeleton sitting in the back, the legs hanging out. Yeah, there's another one. Like, look at these things. Like, I see them driving
That
around
one's
my
funny.
neighborhood.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, they're just everywhere. Like, Jeep people have said, you know what? These are our people. So how fun is that?
That's pretty fun. Still trying to make Jeeps look good.
Well, see, now I'm like, you know what? I should sell my truck and get a Jeep and a big skeleton.
Gosh.
What I want to see is, has anybody made like a huge inflatable rubber duck? Because it's a Jeep thing, right? You guys know about the
I think
Jeep
those would blow
rubber
in the
duck thing?
wind too much. Unless
I
you
agree.
All right,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
Well,
these
look at
skeletons. These skeletons are pretty funny.
But look at this. So these bones are laying down in this person's driveway. Look how huge those are.
Those are so big. Like you said, the femur is 4 feet at least.
That's awesome.
Wow,
That's the little guy.
that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm just being a hater. If my wife ever goes over the top or over the edge, she's going to go around and shoot holes in all the inflatable decorations. She made that known, and I've known that for years about her, and I love it. She feels the same way. They're kind of loud. They cop out a little bit, but some of her family has them. So, how do you feel about that? I don't know. Anyway, we would never have any in our yard, I think is her point.
Well, I've got a couple, and my daughter's begging me to get them out of our storage closet.
Well,
I just don't love them.
if I could snap my fingers and make those disappear in 2024, I would for you, Bobby.
Well, we might
gotta
just
do it
get
for
a
the kids.
hurricane and have them blow away.
Do it for the kids. Yeah. Come on, Hurricane. If you're going to.
I mean, North Carolina's had enough of the hurricanes,
Take them.
but if it was
Yeah.
just enough to blow away the inflatables, come on.
Come on. Just a little bit.
Just clean house down there for a minute.
Yeah. That's all we need.
Yeah.
All we need. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. I
It
think
was fun.
we're able to create a time capsule for Halloween 2024 with some good stuff. I think we saved some classic and some new trends. I like it. And then we're going to get rid of some good stuff. I agree with what we got rid of. Good job. Especially the dolls.
Yeah, man.
Especially the dolls. Oh, man.
I have a fun story talking about dolls. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this one before.
Cue the music.
Maybe I have. And it's kind of Halloween themed. So back in my college days up at Utah State University, we had found this creepy doll. Like, think like Chucky style doll.
Okay.
I don't know where it came from. Maybe straight from
devil.
Satan and hell itself.
Satan.
But this thing was scary. And we were just having fun, like hiding it in people's apartments. Like,
That's
and
awesome.
so, like, in their closets, in their beds, it's like random people. You don't know what's there. Well, we hid it. The last time it got hidden, we had put it in a closet and we hung it from a noose hanging in the closet. And we shut the closet doors. Scary scene. Not cute at all, right? Well, the person who found it was not a fun-loving resident of said places. It was the landlord, Rosemary.
Oh, no.
She was in doing some sort of apartment inspection, something, and she opened
Nice.
that up. She did not think it was funny. Like, first she screamed. We all heard it. She took the doll, marched out, and was like, "Whose is this?" And nobody would fess up to it. And she went and threw it in the back seat of her car. We never saw this doll
She
again.
kept it? Oh, no.
As far as I know, I never saw it again.
With a name like Rosemary, she kept the doll?
Rosemary.
Oh, that's yeah. If that's not out of a poltergeist or a...
Now, I don't
Did you
know
ever
that
did you ever see
would
Rosemary
ever
again?
listen. She's kind of related to me somewhat distantly. So, yeah, there's a chance I could run into her.
I mean, she's still alive, right? That doll didn't take care of business.
I actually don't know.
Oh.
She was alive for several years after that. I know that for certain.
Okay.
So she beat the odds. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as far as I know, that doll has never come back. And Rosemary also has no clue who did it.
All right.
As far as I know.
Up. And more importantly, nobody told. Nobody ratted anybody out. That's
as far as
good.
I know.
That's the
I mean, we
lesson
didn't
to be
commit
learned
no
here.
crime.
Don't snitch.
It's her fault for getting in our business.
Yeah. Was it hurting her property in any way? Was it? Come on.
No. Just some fun.
Boys will be boys, as
As the saying goes.
some will say.
There was a lot of girls in on this too.
Okay. Well, then youth will be youth.
There you go.
What else are you going to do in Logan?
Ain't nothing to do in
Eat
Logan.
ice cream.
Oh, they got great ice cream.
They do. Aggie ice cream.
Okay. Aggie ice cream.
Very good.
I got that. I could eat plenty.
Go to Gosner's and eat some cheese curds.
I'm kind of craving some Aggie ice cream now.
I smell a food episode coming, boys. Another one. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Get out here, Bob. Let's go take them down. Let's go get kicked out.
I need y'all to come out here and experience some food of the South.
All right. Done. On our way. Hey, thanks for listening to the Only Stupid Questions podcast. Give us a like and a subscribe. Please leave a review wherever you listen to your podcast.
Only stupid questions.